man, what are the 5 altcoins I'm looking to accumulate between now and the Bitcoin halving? I'm going to reveal the exact altcoins which I believe in, which I have conviction in, which I'm actively looking to buy. Yesterday, I shared with you that Bitcoin is showing incredible strength. You guys know that. You can see it consolidating around this 30,000 level mark. We spoke about when an altcoin season could kick off, so make sure you go watch that video from yesterday. But now it's time to make a list of those altcoins which I want to accumulate and the entry points as well. I'm going to break down the key levels, where I think some of these altcoins go, and why I believe in them. If you want to buy into these cryptocurrencies, if you want to trade along with me, ijaz.uk/bybit and ijaz.uk/bit get some amazing bonuses for you guys to claim. Definitely get signed up using those exchanges and take advantage of those. They do support the channel as well. What are the key criteria, right? You need to have some criteria before we start buying altcoins. And the main important thing I need to explain here is this depends on portfolio allocation. Some of these will change for you. If you have too many of some of these coins I'm going to mention, maybe you don't want to add any more, right? And that's why it's important to diversify your portfolio and make sure the percentage doesn't go higher than you've set from the outset. The next thing to look at is, do you have conviction? Will these altcoins survive, right? Do you think they're going to survive? Do you think the narrative has changed between when you'd previously buy them and now? Has anything changed? If the landscape's changed, for example, a Solana, you want to ask yourself, do you think there's going to be something that will then bring it back? So there's loads of things you want to build into your criteria when picking altcoins. I'm going to start off with the first one, which you guys are going to guess already, and that is Phantom, right? Phantom is a project that has impressed me here throughout the bear market. It's done well in surviving, it's shown strength, but more importantly, they're continuing to build. If you take a look here at Andre Cronje's latest Twitter thread, you can see that they're building, right? This is a project that has continued to build during the ups and downs of the bear market. They bought Andre Cronje back. He's now back here pushing Phantom, energized, focused on it. One of the best minds in the crypto world, right? And you can see here, he's posted some updates. They've done their gas monetization. That's huge. Ecosystem vault, over 10 million Phantom burned. Current hackathon attracting a lot of the best developers. They've built out their fund as well. This is really good, right? This is good progress here from Phantom. And again, I'm confident that the layer 1 space is going to continue to be the battleground, but it's not going to be without its challenges, right? We know we have challenges from the SEC towards particular coins, between particular coins being deemed as securities. This is going to continue to be a headwind, not just for certain currencies, but the majority of the altcoin market. So when we're investing, we kind of just need to know that that is the backdrop. But if Ripple can set the precedence along with the SEC, if Coinbase can do a good job of fighting the SEC as well, we could see a lot of ROI coming from many of these altcoins. Now, the other thing I want to share with you is zooming out to the weekly chart. And this is the reference chart I use for perspective, right? Because if you look here, Phantom zero line was about 17 cents. And now we're not far off, right? We're sitting here at 29 cents. Now, when you zoom in, it feels like you're miles away from the bottom. But when you zoom out like this, you realize, oh, wait, we got a huge move here just to get to our Fibonacci golden ratio. So I would be very disappointed if Phantom couldn't easily get back to $2.22, $2.23. All-time highs bring you to $3.47. Even that I wouldn't be crazy surprised about. You're looking at your Fibonacci extension, $5.50, and that's where we start talking. And when I look at those kind of levels, you're looking at a very, very comfortable risk to return to be buying Phantom for 30 cents today and comfortably looking at a $5.50 exit. And I think it could eclipse this. Because remember, you've got a picture. I know it's difficult to picture when you're in the midst of a bear market, but you have to think about what the bull market is like. When the FOMO comes in, when the greed comes in, when Bitcoin's breaking all-time highs, heading towards 100,000, Ethereum trying to get to 6, 7, 8, maybe even $10,000, the space is going to grow, and you're going to see a lot of room behind for altcoins to pick up. And you've got to remember, what's the competition right now in terms of the layer 1 space, right? A lot of the competition has kind of started to waver, right? You saw Terra Luna collapse. You've seen weakness from Avalanche in this bear market, lack of really any good updates. You've seen ADA quite slow, even though I hold Cardano. You know, so the layer 1 space is waiting to see who wants to be that big one. You saw Solana obviously take a move to the downside with a lot of downtime in their blockchain. And then obviously, of course, what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. So you look at that layer 1 space and there's no clear winner outside of Ethereum. And that's going to be my second pick. I cannot sleep on Ethereum. There's no way I'm sleeping on Ethereum when you're sitting here. Again, to get to its golden ratio, you're looking at $3.30, 3,300, 3,400 range. Getting back to your all-time highs, fine, we're looking at 4,800. But then you got to look beyond, right? And you look at the Fibonacci extension, brings you to 7,300. That's the kind of target I'm looking at for Ethereum here to start moving to those levels. And I don't think a 10,000 Ethereum is crazy. I don't think it's crazy. And when you add on top of that, the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not being targeted by the SEC, I think we can see obviously Bitcoin dominance increase and ETH dominance increasing from the rest of the pack as well. So for me, I cannot ignore Ethereum. Of course, Bitcoin is being added. You guys already know that. Ethereum has to be added as well, even though it starts to get more and more expensive, even though you can see after ETH 2.0, you've not managed to get it at the kind of $870 range you were getting in June of last year. But you've still got to ask yourself, are you going to be eating your veg? Are you going to keep DCAing? And that's what I'm going to do. Just ignore the prices. Just keep DCAing. Make sure I just keep adding Ethereum. Ethereum is one of those that when it decides to run, it will just melt faces off. I mean, I remember when this ran up to 4,800, it felt absolutely unstoppable. It was just tearing faces off here to the upside. Look how exponential this move was. Absolutely insane from Ethereum. Not one to be slept on for sure. On a similar vein, I want to be adding Matic. Another one I want to be adding, I just want to keep adding PolygonMatic. Again, a layer 2 scaling solution on Ethereum. When it has its runs, it moves powerfully. And you can already see it's done really, really well throughout 2022 when many altcoins were struggling. But now look, guys, now's where it's gone out of favor a little bit. If you look at the peak of where it was in February down to where we're at now, you're looking at a big fall of 55%. So these are the moments you want to be buying. One, when it comes to trend, but here it's completely broke trend and come back down here to the 66 level. So 66 cents for me, looking at, again, the Fibonacci golden ratio of $1.94 to $2. I think that's a very comfortable return on investment here for PolygonMatic. Looking at the more exciting price target, getting back to all-time highs at $2.90, I think it can comfortably do that, PolygonMatic, and then even beyond, you're looking at $4.50. And the other thing is, I think PolygonMatic have staying power, right? Staying power. I don't think they've lost relevancy. I think they'll continue to do well in the next bull market. I don't think this is just one of those coins that's just going to disappear after one cycle. Absolutely not. They've got really good biz dev. They've got good partnerships. They've done really, really well in a tough year last year. And I think they can definitely push on with more momentum during a bull market as well. So definitely PolygonMatic is one I want to be adding, particularly when it's retraced so much here over the recent past. Now, this one might surprise a lot of you guys, and I'm going to go for Chainlink. Yes, Chainlink. This is a project which nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about right now. This has been a stable coin just fluctuating here, sideways action ever since May of 2022. This is 1 year of no activity along its zero line here for Chainlink. But these are the moments that I want to be accumulating, because the reality is, when you look at my criteria, what did I say? I said it needs to have staying power. Now, name one data oracle play that has eclipsed Chainlink. If you speak to any smart contract developer right now, they all rely on Chainlink data oracle feeds to this day, right? So there's no obvious competitor right now. There are other data oracles, but there's no one that's kind of that's reached the level of Chainlink. So when I look at it, I'm like, hang on a second. Nobody's really gone and done what they've done to the extent that they've done. Everybody still uses them. It's an important part of the crypto smart contract platform infrastructure. Therefore, just because the price action hasn't done anything doesn't mean it can't in the future. When you remind yourself of what it was doing in 2021, it knocked on the door of $52. And I mean, you're looking at a comfortable return on investment from the $5.80 level you're buying now. And then if you look at the Fibonacci extension, if the whole space is growing again, Bitcoin moving, Ethereum moving, getting to this Fibonacci extension of $82 doesn't sound crazy, guys. It doesn't sound crazy. And again, you've got to ask yourself, is it going to survive? I think it's proven itself over many cycles. I know it's not the most attractive play that everybody's talking about. People want to talk about the new and exciting thing, but sometimes these old school coins will just pick up and start moving. One, because they got staying power. Two, because people actually use them. Last but not least, and many of you will think this is a little bit of a curveball, I'm looking at Cadena. And you guys know we've been speaking about Cadena here on the channel for quite a long time. I've been nibbling Cadena. I've not had crazy high conviction in Cadena. I think they've still got a lot more work to do. I want to see more progress. I want to see more biz dev. I want to see, just more from them. But I've got to give them the benefit of the doubt in that it's a bear market. So then what's got me putting them back on my radar? Well, what's putting it back on my radar is the SEC. If you look at what the SEC have done, they're targeting many proof of stake layer 1 blockchains. So it's very important for me in my portfolio to be SEC proof, right? If the SEC have so far said nothing about Bitcoin, nothing against Ethereum, I want to use that data to say, okay, which other tokens follow those ones quite similarly? And that is why you've seen Bitcoin Cash do well recently, you've seen all Litecoin do well recently, and that's why I think Cadena as a proof of work network could be positive as well. When you're looking at, for example, EDX Markets, right, that exchange they're launching in partnership with Citadel and Fidelity, TradFi are building out that exchange, what did they list? Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course. They're listing the safe plays that cannot be at all deemed as securities. So Gary Gensler is kind of showing his hand to say, so far I'm not going after any proof of work plays, right? And that is one of the reasons I want to be looking at Cadena, just to make sure I've got a bit of a hedge in the portfolio, that I've not completely forgotten that some of these need to be SEC security proof. Those are the 5 altcoins I'm currently looking at to buy right now. All of them presenting a crazy return on investment potential, but it relies on Bitcoin continuing to set the path. And right now we've got Bitcoin sat here at a very, very important level. 30 to 31,000 is the neckline of this huge cup and handle pattern. We need this to play out. We need a retest. We need to do exactly what this arrow is showing, and we can work our way up towards 45. But if we don't, guys, there is a huge risk here, which I need to make you guys wary of a double top pattern where you get rejected twice from the 30-31 range and you start getting pushed to the downside. Nobody's talking right now because the market is really euphoric. Nobody's talking about this, but it's very important that we understand that. So far, we're looking very good. Nice retest of our EMA ribbon. Nice bounce. Let's consolidate and let's keep going here on Bitcoin. And then eventually the altcoin season will commence. If you want to know exactly how many days until the altcoin season, you need to watch my analysis here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.